Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It looks like my topic is wrong down here. See if I can change the topic. I apologize for that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, we are going to get started here in just a minute. And this is my Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, No Guts, No Story, 9 a.m. Drop in the comments, where are you watching us from? If you're watching us live, say live. If this is a replay, please comment replay. I love seeing how many people actually see the show. So every Saturday morning, 9 a.m., No Guts, No Story. I always bring you great information. I try to bring value and something that I believe would help everybody who watches this show. So many of you know my background, what I do for a living. I want you to know this has nothing to do with my career and what I do on a daily basis. I have been fortunate to be able to experience a lot, and I love bringing those experiences here. Even if I do not monetize it, even if you're not in my organization, I'm not selling you a thing. I just love bringing great value. It is my gift. It is my spirit. It is my soul. And when I get done every Saturday morning, I feel like I have just climbed Mount Everest and I'm like waving the flag, right? And you know what gives me the greatest happiness is when people share the broadcast, they subscribe, they share, they comment, they send a note how I made a positive impact on their life. So I might be weird. My dream is not like a beach house mansion on the lake. I do love to be on the water. My dream is not the fanciest yacht, the fanciest houseboat, although I think that would be fun just to take all of you, my friends. My dream really, you guys, is to make a solid impact. And I'm just going to sit down here for a minute with you and share. I think we all need to get a 90-day plan of where we're going to be 90 days from now. Because when I look at where I'm at right now, what I'm experiencing in my life, not just me, but my kids, the people that I've coached, my grandkids, whatever it is, 60 to 90 days ago, you were right here in your life. And what's happening to you right now is a result of what you did 60 days ago, 90 days ago, maybe even 120 days ago. So today, what I want to do is help you co-create the greatest year you've ever had. And you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need a pen. You're going to need a journal or a notebook. You're going to need a lot of paper. And if you're like me, you might need your readers. Drop in the comments, how many of you have to have these readers when you're going to want to go read something? It's so annoying. It's like I can see everything. And then we get to the menu and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm ordering off the menu, right? Because for some reason, when you get over 50, certain things start to happen to your eyes. And you're like, I've always had 20/20 vision. What happened to my eyes? Well, what happened to my eyes didn't happen today. It happened 60 to 90 days ago, right? And that is everything in our life. So drop in the comments. Let me know, where are you watching from? Today's broadcast is going to be short. I got a ton of things to share and a short time to get there. And I am just going to dive right in. So your current life today, what you're experiencing this Saturday morning or whenever you're listening to this broadcast, is a result of what happened 2 or 3 months ago. There is always going to be an echo. If I go and I get a rock, I'm at the lake house today. If I go down to the dock and I throw a rock in the water, do you know what's going to happen the minute I throw the rock in the water? It's going to make a splash. It's going to start to sink to the bottom. And as it sinks to the bottom, there's going to be a ripple, 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 ripple. And it could go all the way across the lake. It could go 2 miles because that little bitty tiny impact has a ripple effect that goes on and on and on. It doesn't happen right now. The ripple affects certain things that are down the road, right? And so in life, you're going to encounter certain things. How you react is not based on where you're at right now and what's happening right now. It's what happened to you 60, 90 days ago, maybe even 6 or 9 years ago. And you're just off. You're just absolutely off. So drop in the comments, how are you feeling today? Are you like, oh, everything is great, I'm in the vortex, my life is moving and grooving? Or are you like, oh, crap, I hate this. I hate what I'm doing. I hate where I'm at. I hate my job. I'm upset with my friends. I don't have enough money. My skills aren't where they need to be. I owned a dance school, 2 dance schools for over 2 decades. And I will tell you, this is a reality. Piss poor preparation equals a piss poor production, a piss poor performance. And I hate that word. I hate the P word. I hate all the P words. But I'm going to tell you, even when Chance was at Kansas State University playing for the great Coach Snyder, it was always about preparation and then performance. Every great coach, every great teacher, any great mom is going to tell you what you do today is going to affect you down the road. Do you think anybody wants to spend their Saturdays and Sundays all weekend long in the dance school? They absolutely don't. Do you think that I would have rather been out on the porch with Dave this morning, watching the Cardinals, reading a book, walking down to the water, picking up some fossils or driftwood? Or do you think I would rather be in my office, getting my hair done, getting my makeup done, cramming for this call? Here's the reality. If I don't prepare, I can't perform. If you don't prepare, you don't perform. State champions aren't made in a next Netflix series, binging with their friends up all night. They're up early. They're in the gym. They're up late. They're thinking about their game plan. When they fall asleep, they're visualizing themselves crossing the finish line, pinning the kid on the wrestling mat, getting their arm raised, standing on the podium. And in my business, where I teach people how to make money, crush their goals, get their time back, live a longer life, experience great health, get rid of all the challenge, I have to be straight up authentic with everyone, because here's the deal. If you don't change your habits, I can't help you change your life. If you don't change your daily method of operation and you continue to do P poor habits, you're going to get P poor results. So let's dive into this. Where do I want to be 30 years from today? I'll be 82 years old. 82 years old. I want every one of my kids and grandkids to have this legacy that because of our grandma, we are all able to experience this household name. We're all able to experience this incredible movement and impact. The books that are on the bookshelves, the journals, the memories, the pictures. I'm not talking about millions of dollars in the bank, right? I have no intention of leaving all of my kids and grandkids millions of dollars in the bank. I'm going to teach them how to print their own every time they fall asleep. And they do, right? You give a man a fish, you feed him for one day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. And you guys, it comes down to a delayed gratification where you teach people a system that works. They plug into the system and it works for the rest of their life. So guess what Dave and I did last night on our Friday night? I literally want to walk in the other room, get it, bring it into you, and show you exactly what we did. We went to Walmart. We got 9 white sheets of poster board. And guess what we did? Our coach, Rob Dyrdek from Ridiculousness, told us the most important thing he does with his wife every single day: work on the vision, work on the vision board, work on the schedule, work on the timing. Don't waste your time doing things that are not going to give you more profits, more happiness, more hope, and a longer happy life of all the things that bring you joy. So guess what? I don't need the beach house on my vision board. I don't need that. I'm thinking about 90 days from today, how I'm going to feel 90 days from today based on what I do today. Now, let me tell you guys where there gets a huge wrench thrown in this. There's a lot of uncontrollables in your life. Your boyfriend breaks up with you. Your mom gets sick. Dave and I spent an entire year, 5 years actually, based on a family member that was sick. First, it was cancer, then it was cured. Then it was a head-on collision, then she was handicapped. Then we were a caregiver for her. She was getting on her feet. Then the cancer came back. Then we were in hospice. I have friends right now who are sitting in a hospice room with a loved one. And I will tell you, that was not on their rhythm of existence plan that they had. There's going to be things that happen in your life that are not planned, uncontrollables. And sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and say, this is not a lifetime. This is one chapter. And this too shall pass. But you, every single one of you has to wake up and say, I am not them. They are not me. I have to put my own mask on at the end of the day and say, where do I want to be 90 days from now? Because let me tell you what I did, guys. This is the biggest mistake I made. I'm going to fix them. I'm going to change them. I'm going to heal them. I'm going to love them. I'm going to take care of everything. I'm going to make sure they're okay. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And one day I woke up with influenza A, with COVID, with pneumonia, with shingles all over my body. And I realized there is nothing, because I'm not God. I have to get off the throne, surrender it all, and say, can't fix my mother-in-law, can't fix my daughter, can't fix the dumb, stupid people that don't understand what I'm trying to do in a business. I can't fix the people that I'm trying to lead that are not teachable and coachable. I can't fix a negative neighbor. I can't fix the person that wants to go to the bar every night, talk crap, wake up the next morning, they're hungover, they've been running their mouth all night long in a small town. Now there's all kinds of toxic going on. You guys, this is life. And what you have to do is get off the merry-go-round, because you are an absolute product of your environment. And the people that you hang around rub off on you. Hang around 3 losers, you'll be number 4. Hang around 3 addicts, you're going to be number 4. And I have so much compassion and love for addicts. Do not think for 1 minute I'm judging you. If you're struggling with addiction, I love you. I pray for you. I care about you. That is my absolute heart. But here is what I know. 60 to 90 days from now, you will still be an addict if you don't make a change. Say you're broke. I've been broke. I talked to a mom this week. She has 3 kids. She's a single mom. She works a full-time job at a facility that's a professionals facility. She had to go to the food pantry. Do you want to know why? Because she makes a great income. She has the money coming in. She gets the money that normally paid for everything. Gas is twice as much. Food is twice as much. School lunches, books, something went out on her car, her refrigerator, her utilities are more than they've ever been. Her taxes doubled. And that paycheck that used to pay for everything and just enough to get by is not even enough to get by, let alone get food. There is no shame in saying, I need to go to the food pantry. I'm temporarily out of money. Guess what? Dave and I did that. In 1993, when we were in Cody, Wyoming, and I'm married to this bull rider, and I think I'm such a big deal because he's riding bulls professionally, and I'm cutting hair in a town where I don't have one client. I'm literally having to flirt with some old dirty cowboy cutting his hair just to get a $2 tip. I looked in the mirror and said, this is not my bliss. Like, I love this guy. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. I'm not trading time for money, a $7 haircut, and being all friendly with some guy that just got off the ranch just so he gives me $2 so I can go buy Lipton noodles to go with the free food we got at the food pantry. Not my bliss. And I looked at Dave and said, in order for things to change, we've got to make a change. And we did. We got pregnant. We got pregnant. We were not married. And now we're at the food pantry. And I'm going to whatever place you can get a free pregnancy test, to call home and say, Mom, guess what? And I will never forget it, you guys. Dave's mom was laughing. My mom was laughing. They were like, you two, every time you call. It was all in God's plan. It really was all in God's plan. Would I have any shame in that? Heck no, because it's my story and I have made an impact on so many people's lives. But there are people that if they got pregnant before they got married, they would carry around shame and blame and guilt the rest of their life. Let me tell you guys, you have an audience of one. It does not matter what you do. You are forgiven. Nobody's shaming you. Nobody's blaming you. And there is no reason why you should shrink down and feel small about anything, because you're 90 days away from all of your dreams coming true. And it starts today. We found out on Valentine's Day that we were going to have a little girl. We moved our wedding up. We moved home. We got a new job. We got some insurance. We got a little rental house. And we started preparing for a life that we wanted to design, to co-create a life that we wanted to design. Now, 7, 8 months later, I realized it's not very fun when your husband's gone all week and he comes home and the baby's changing every week. And we said, we don't want to do this. Did it matter that those people moved us home? Did it matter that he had a great job? Did it matter that he had great insurance? Did it matter that they had helped us get into a home? You guys, you've got to do what's best for you. And sometimes if you're riding a dead horse, you've got to dismount. I loved those people, still do. Dave loved his job. He was good at it. He had a company truck. We had all the benefits, but it wasn't making it. And one day we said, you know what? In order for things to change, we've got to change. And we took a risk. We rented a building. We started cutting out country crafts. We were making ducks and geese and turkeys for Thanksgiving and Santas for Christmas. And you know what? We got a vision board exactly like we did last night. And we said, where will we be 90 days from now? Some of you spend more time planning the surprise party at the bar for one of your friends than you plan your entire life and your financial future. Some of you spend more time planning your next trip or vacation that you can't even afford to be going on than you do how you're going to be out of debt, create a passive income, have residuals coming in, buy something that makes you money instead of all the things you think you need. So you look good, you smell good, you're walking in, you got the Gucci. It doesn't really matter, because if you got the Gucci and you can't afford the lifestyle, you're a fraud. And I've been there. Status is when you spend money on things you don't have to impress the people you don't like, who don't care anyway. And at the end of the day, you go to sleep worrying about your bills. You go to sleep worrying about the credit cards. You go to sleep worrying about the promises you made. You're writing checks that your butt can't cover. You're making promises that you know you can't hold up, all because of how you want to feel in the instant. Let's talk about delayed gratification. Cancel all your plans. Go to your bedroom. Make your dream board. Get out your journal. Take the weekend and say, you know what? I'm not going to be able to make the funeral. I'm not going to be able to make the family reunion. I'm not going to be able to make it to the party tonight at the bar. I'm going to co-create the life of my dreams. I'm going to co-create the life of my dreams. And let me tell you guys what's going to happen on January 1st. You're going to remember the day that Barb Pitcock said, even if you win the rat race, you're still going to be a rat. A busy schedule doesn't mean that you're a successful person. My daughter, Callie, used to dance on Sundays, not even kidding you, 10 a.m. in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, because she had 8 or 9 dances, 2 solos, 1 duet, a trio. She was killing it in dance. Do you want to know what I would do today to have one Sunday with all my kids back home around the table? I would say, nope, Sundays are off limits. I need time with my kids. Because guess what's the only thing that we're never, ever going to get back? Ever going to get back. Ever. Today. Time. We're never going to get it back. So not an echo. Not just an echo. Not just a ripple, but a legacy that's going to last the rest of your life. What's that going to look like? People get confused about delayed gratification because they don't realize what they do today can happen right in 90 days. You're not going to get it right now. If you're going through difficult times right now, look back 90 days ago. It's the decisions you made 90 days ago that are predicting what's going to happen today and tomorrow. It's all about the seeds you planted 90 days ago, the person you were, the decisions you made, the sacrifice you made, the things you didn't do. They all pile up, and then you wonder why the whole house is falling down. It's all about the foundation, and we are going to set that together today. You read a newspaper today that has headlines in it. Last night, Dave had something pop up on his phone, and there was this guy here in Oklahoma, got arrested, got 4 life sentences. 4 life sentences. How do you get 4 life sentences? Well, in 2020, he got caught right here in Grove, Oklahoma. His first time, he got caught bringing methamphetamines from California. Well, he didn't change. He didn't redirect his course. He kept doing the wrong things consistently. And today his life is over. It's behind bars for 4 life sentences, not just in Oklahoma, but in Missouri because of poor decisions. And let me ask you guys a question. That's someone's son. That is someone's dad. That is someone's brother. That maybe is someone's uncle. This guy, born with the exact same opportunity that you and I have. Do you know how it happens? People get in a rut. They don't think they're doing anything bad. You know what they're trying to do? Survive. Maybe he didn't have a college education. Maybe nobody would hire him. Maybe he had a past. Maybe he was in a gang, and if he didn't do it, he would get killed. Maybe he owed somebody a favor and they said, if you don't do this, we're going to kill your family. Like, none of us think about the underlying conditions. You know what we think about? The headlines. And the headlines from today, they've been happening from weeks and months and years and years. And I'm telling you guys, every hour matters, every day matters, every month, every year, because we're not going to get them back. And if we continue to make bad decisions, it all comes to a climax. And I don't judge anyone, not even him. I'm all love. I believe that all people are born with a pure heart, and we're all a daughter, a brother, a close friend, a sister in Christ. All we have to do is ask him for guidance and help and direction, and we surrender it, and your life can change just like that. One of my great friends, Michael DeLeon, he speaks in schools all over the world, fills stadiums. He was in prison not once, but twice. He served 10 years, literally watched his own family member get killed over an island in a kitchen over drugs, almost his child, almost his wife. You know what? He's got a story that makes more impact than you or I could ever think of making impact, because he was in the deep and he made a decision 60 days from now, 90 days from now, I'm going to change my life. Stop reading the negative. Stop listening to the negative. Don't get weaker in your diet. Don't get weaker in your workout. Don't get weaker in your personal development. Don't get weaker in your level of expectancy, who you're hanging around, what you're expecting. Like, you've got to raise your expectations. Know that you are valuable. You're a child of the Most High God, and you deserve to be happy, successful, free, wealthy, giving away more money than you ever dreamt you can even make. And I want to help you guys with a 60 and 90-day plan. It's the 20th or around there of October. November's going to come. It's going to be Black Friday. I can't wait for Black Friday this year, because I've been working on a 90-day plan, and we are going to crush it in November. And you know what? Another 30 days later, we're going to be crushing it the week of Christmas. And another 90 days later, when we're into 2024, Katie, bar the door. It's going to be record breaking for me. It's going to be record breaking for the people who make a decision today. I want you to put your hand up and say, that's me. Smash the heart button. Say, that's me. Say it in the comments. I'm going to break records in 2024. 2024 is my year. It's your time. You got to say it like you mean it. It's my time. Because the power of the human mind says what we believe, what the brain can conceive, we will achieve. You know the story about Jim Carrey, right? I'm getting the sunshine's coming in. Is that bothering you guys? Tell me if there's so much coming in. I can barely see. 1 minute. I'm going to go close my, we're going to pause this broadcast while I go close my shutters. Hold on 1 minute. I couldn't even see any of y'all, but I can see your comments. Okay. So that's me. Everybody say, that's me. So let's go. We're going to dive right into this, and then I'm going to end this. We're going to be right on time today. The Power of the Human Mind. Jim Carrey, the great actor, wrote a $10 million check. He took out a piece of paper like this, and on it, he wrote $10 million in his name, and he dated it, letting the universe know, I'm worth it. I believe it. Let God go to work on how it's going to happen. He knows the plan. He can lead you to the right real estate investment, to the right people, to the next person you're going to recruit, the next coaching client. How many of you are in my coaching group? Drop a comment. Say, I'm in the coaching group. If you're in the coaching group, I'm telling you, you're on another level. We do this every single day. We wake up and we get going. We wake up and we level up. We get everybody's energy going. We are vortexing like a vortex tornado, and so many good things are happening. Yesterday, I did a group chat with my kids on FaceTime. First, Lola said, "Look at my Halloween costume." Then Rosie said, we all laughed and screenshotted her. And then Knox came in and said, "Hi, Grandma Barb." And then they said, "Let's add Daddy." And Callie and Darian were on there. And when Chance came on, Chance was like this. He was like vortexing in his store. And our whole family knows it, you guys. Sometimes you got to do crazy stuff. You got to get your hands up in the air, get your body moving, and be like, "I'm in the vortex." Because when I'm in the vortex, everything good happens for me. I don't care what that one guy said from my past. He can send all the text he wants. He can try to destroy all credibility. He can send a message to someone and say, "Well, I wouldn't really team up with the Pitcocks because of whatever." Guess what? Good. Go suck the life out of somebody else's team, because I'm not looking for anybody else's approval. I know I am the best. And I want you to look in the mirror and say that. I know I am the best. I know I can be the best. I know I attract the best. I know I'm going to perform the best. I know we are going to build a team of the best. I know our income is going to be the best it's ever been. Our health is going to be the best it's ever been. Our friends, best they've ever been. Our circle of influence, best it's ever been. The table we set, bring them on. Bring all the best. You guys, everybody's coming, because we're attracting only the best. And you can do that too. Here's the thing. You got to set boundaries. You got to draw a line in the sand and say, "This is what I'm not going to settle for anymore." No more gossip. No more toxic. No more judging. No more being two-faced. No more tearing people down. No more having conversations about people or situations. You know what we talk about? We talk about opportunity. We talk about winning. We talk about killing it. We talk about 90 days from now, 6 months from now. Where are we going to be? What are we going to be doing? How fun it's going to be. We don't talk about sickness. We talk about health. We don't give the enemy any power, because here's the thing. There is an echo. And when I say that word, when I say that disease, when I say that evil thing that has taken so many people that I love, I don't care what it is. My daughter doesn't have it. I don't have it. You don't have it. She don't have it. He don't have it. It's gone. They're healed. It's gone. We're claiming victory. And I want you guys to think to yourself, what are you giving power with your mouth? Stop claiming it. You're not sick. Nobody's dying. They're not struggling. They're not a failure. They're not stupid. They're not making poor choices. They're not terminal. No, they're healed. They're healed, and everything good is happening for you. When Nana Cindy got sick 5 years ago, they said 90 days. We're all going to die, you guys. Let me tell you, I'm not God. You're not God. There's only one God of the universe that knows when we were born, when we're going to die, and there is this dash. We're in the dash. We've got to claim what we want in the dash. Invest and save, declutter, put first things first. Start preparing your dash to be the way you want it to be. Get the checkup. Go check your health. But don't take somebody's diagnosis of the way you're going to be. "Oh, my back hurts. I'm probably going to have a poor back. I should go get all the injections, just like my mom and dad did." My mom and dad never got them, but like, it's just part of our history. No, you need to get up and move. You need to lose some weight. You need to get healthier. You need to put that CBD or whatever it is to get your cannabinoids all pumped back up. You need to take the greens. You need to get alkaline. You need to change your frequency, right? And when you do, and you just make a little move, you get in the gym, you keep planting those seeds that are good, 90 days from now, you're going to have a different life. But if you want to keep eating pizza, sitting on the couch, go to bed with your whiskey and Coke, and you want to read the news, and then you're going to skip over to CNN, and you're going to check everyone else's news feed and their Facebook and wish that your life was like that, you're going to be like that 90 days from now. Success is not going to attack you. Listen to me. Success is not going to attack you. You have to go attack success. I'm missing a lot of things right now that I wish I was doing. I wish I was at Callie's doing her garden. She wants to redo her garden and plant some trees. I wish I was in Arizona going to Lola's first dance lesson on Monday. But let me tell you, I'm planting seeds. and I am going to have a harvest like I have never had. I want you to say that with me. I'm planting seeds. I'm going to have a harvest like I've never had. Your current life, even your past, does not create your future. What you do today, do it now, and you're going to get it in January. If you guys are getting great content right now, if your butterflies are going, if you feel different, do me a favor. Stop right now. Go up in the right-hand corner, hit follow, because you're not going to get this every day if you don't hit follow. And if you really want to help me, if you really want to create a ripple, if you really want to create an echo, hit the share button and say, hang on to your butt like your life's about to get better. Elevate these people. Negative consequences are going to happen if we slow down. None of us are going to coast up a hill. It is time to get up, to rise up. Don't think that because you're doing good, oh, I was the CEO, I don't have to work that hard. Oh my gosh, I'm the owner of all the stores. Let me just sit here and prop myself up on the pedestal. I'm the owner. Respect my authority. No, the minute that I think I have arrived, I am going down. I am going down, down, down. I have to love. I have to nurture. I have to encourage. I have to recognize. I have to be in the trenches with these people. I can't think I'm Mrs. Successful. I can leave for 2 months, even though I do have a great manager at home in the factory. I can't just take for granted that I have this little girl named Lacey that's 20 years old that works like she's 40, that's great and responsible. Like, I can trust her, I can depend on her, but I still have to nurture that relationship, that business. When I go to the business, when I walk in the office and I'm vortexing, the phone rings, the orders come in, I make it rain, money comes in while I sleep. When I don't, when I coast, when I think, oh, it's got to be on its own, it's fine. I've been doing that for 15 years. It's not growing, you guys. Your life in every business is either growing or dying, and it all depends on you. You point the finger at someone, oh, it's your manager, it's your dumb, stupid employee, it's the mall owner, it's rent, it's the economy. You point the finger, you have 3 pointing back at you. I've got to take control. And if the economy right now is worse than in the Great Depression, do you realize that? They're calling this the silent depression. If you understand how tight people are on money, you understand how stressed people are about their future, you've got to do the right things right now and take control. What are you going to do in 2024 that your income goes up, your health gets better, your relationships improve, your energy is great, your mental health is on point, you're attracting, the universe just opens up and dumps abundance in your life? How do you get that? You start today. You plant the seeds. You pray every day. You breathe. You sit. You wake up and you say, I'm going to map out eternity. I'm going to map out from today until the end of my life. When I die, guys, it's not going to be a little echo. Ed Mylett has a great podcast. He says, are you going to leave an echo or are you going to leave a roar? I'm going to leave a roar. And it's going to be incredible difference making in this world. The actions of my life every single day are the actions that I will be paid for in eternity. Not today, in eternity. I'm not going to play small, make a little whisper. I love my grandkids. I just cherish my children and my family. Do you know what, you guys? It's not about material things to me. I'm going to make a roar that has such an impact. Take the risk. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I taking a risk? Don't hide from your fears. Don't shrink down. Don't say, poor little old me, I better step back. Oh my gosh, it's all in God's time. It is all in God's time. But let me tell you guys, you can pray and pray and pray for God to make a move. When you move, he moves. When you take a risk, here's what he says. She believes. She has faith. She's taking a risk. I should probably bless that, because faith without a risk is a contradiction. I told one of my children this week. You're so afraid of letting go of what you had that you can't reach out and grasp what there is for you. Some of us are back here. We're holding on. Oh, this is what I've always done. What about my friends? What about my house? What about this? What about that? You guys, right over here is paradise. Right over here is paradise. Fist bump me if you are ready to let go of what you've been hanging on to have 10 times more than you ever dreamt. And ask yourself the question, what would you be willing to give up temporarily if you knew that you could have long-term freedom? It's not even with great sadness that I'm selling a business this week. I'm selling a big business that was a big dream. It was a big dream. It was COVID. I bought an established business. I built the most beautiful med spa, probably in the county. Chandeliers like I don't even have in my own home. Beautiful exposed brick, all the fountains, couples massage room, steam shower that fits 14 people. I don't even have a steam shower in my beautiful home that will fit me and my husband, let alone 14 people. I built a dream. My daughter-in-law, Daisy, was going to move home. It was COVID. She was going to do the makeup. She was going to do hair extensions. We were going to have wedding parties. It's 3 stories of 10,000 square foot on every floor. We were going to put a hot tub on the roof. You know, the bachelorette party upstairs in the 10,000 square foot loft. And, you know, we were going to have all the bachelorette parties up there. And then all the girls with all the chandeliers and the mimosas. Like, it was a dream. It was COVID. I had more money than I needed at the time. I needed the tax write-off. I built the salon for my sister in 99. Gave her the salon when I got rich in network marketing. Then she moved the salon. Then she moved it again. Still had the tanning beds and everything that I bought 30 years ago, 25 years ago, right? So during COVID, she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. The salon's closing down. And I said, I need a tax write-off. I'll buy the salon. And then I spent a ginormous amount of money in there, would never be able to get back what I spent. Don't get me wrong. But it was a great investment. Booth rent every month, residuals coming in. I wasn't there. It was on autopilot. One of the best investments I ever made. I mean, you get a building, you got 8 people paying your rent. The rent comes in. They keep all their money. Great investment. Dream property. I mean, upstairs renter, $1,000 a month. One day I got a new dream. One day I said, I want to put all my focus in one place. One day I said, what can I do that's a temporary sacrifice? What can I let go of? That if I let go of it now and I do this, 90 days from now, it can be so much bigger. Now, you guys, this decision took me a little while. But let me ask you, what do you have that you could let go of? That if you took that exact same money that you have invested there and you put it somewhere else, it could grow 10 times. Then why are you complaining about your current situation? You're so stressed. You got equity in your house. You've got equity in your house, but you can't buy groceries. Think about this. We focus so much on the problem instead of the solution. 90 days from today, you could be completely different. I took so much action this month. I got 2 life insurance policies. I got a friend that has the most amazing life insurance programs. He doesn't even live in my state. I called him. I said, here's what I want to do. I'm building an empire. I want to make sure that if something happens to me, there's enough money to hire all the people it would take to replace me. And then I dreamt as if it was already a multi-million-dollar company. And then I said, what steals my time? What steals my focus? People say, oh, it doesn't compete. I'm doing this and this and this, but it doesn't compete. Let me hit you with a hard ball. Anything that steals your energy, anything that steals your time, anything that steals your focus, it is a distraction. So if you want to be great, you've got to decide, what do I want to be known for? What do I want to be great at? And you got to trim the fat. I used to volunteer to do the whole town Christmas parade. My husband and I used to paint the Bronco in the middle of the football field every Thursday, all day long, so the football players had a good-looking field on Friday. That was a chapter where I had more money than God, and I wanted to volunteer all of my time. But then there came a time where I said, I got to get focused. And some of you got to quit volunteering. Here's the way you do it. You learn this. Put your lips together and say this with me out loud. No. No. You don't have to explain it. You just say, no, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. I've had to make some sacrifices. You don't even have to say, I'm sorry. You can say, it's hard for me to say this, but I have to say no. I'm not going to be able to do it right now. I have some things going on that I really have to focus on. And you guys, the more things you say no to, the more things you can say yes to. You've got to get the sleep you need. You've got to have the preparation time you need. You've got to get your vision board on the wall, and you've got to have a system. Systems are everything. You got to have a system for your health, and you've got to follow it. You've got to have a system for your wealth, and you've got to follow the system. Like, it's not going to come out to equal something if your current life doesn't equal your future. The seeds you plant equal your future. And I want to tell you what Jim Rohn taught me. About 15 years ago, in a small room in Dallas, Texas, I took my kids. There was 17, 18 of us. I took every employee. I said, if you're going to work for me, you got to get your brain like mine. And it took a 3-day seminar to even get them thinking like me. We took 4 of our top producers that won a contest, and we took everyone in the office and we sat them in a seat for 3 days. And Jim Rohn, in his monotone voice, for 3 solid days, said the same thing. Where do you want to be? What do you want to have? You're not a tree. You know you can move. Whatever you do today, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Like, this is how he talked for 3 days. He sat for 4 hours. You got your notebook out? You didn't get out of the seat for 4 hours. You wrote 50 things you wanted to accomplish in this life. Some of the people I've been coaching 20 years, they still don't have their list of 50. It's why their life sucks right now. 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, they didn't do the work. Today, they're getting the same results they got before. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You've got to have a vision board, and you've got to practice this every day. You know what Dave and I did last night? Drove around the Wind Dream building. You know what we did the day before? I made him drive through the neighborhood where I said, I want to go see all the Halloween decorations. No, I want to co-create. What am I going to do with the most recent property I bought? What color is it going to be? What fencing is it going to have? How much rent am I going to get monthly? I'm co-creating every day what my life will look like. And you have to do the same thing. Here's what Jim Rohn says. Jim Rohn says that in order for us to do better, in order for things to change, we have to change. We have to change. So the hard question is, what do you need to change? What do you need to do? What do you need to say no to? Get rid of all the things that take your time and your energy. What's draining you? Mute. Get that out of your life. If it's on Facebook and every time you see it, it makes your energy go, mute, block, delete. Stop doing it. Like, if the stove hurts when you touch it, it burns you. Stop touching the stove, right? How do you expect a scab to heal if you keep peeling it open? You've got to protect your energy. And what Jim Rohn said is, we're just planting seeds. We're planting seeds today for the harvest we're going to have tomorrow. Now, let me tell you guys, I plant a lot of seeds. I nurture a lot of people. I love on people. I help people. I give people. I teach to people. I train people. I don't give people. I give to people. And some of them don't make it. I can't make my own kids and grandkids be successful. They have to choose it, right? You're going to throw out some seed. Dave's fertilizing our yard here this week because our yard looks worse than anyone else on the lake. And it's because we haven't been here tending to our yard. It's not even a priority, right? If I'm planting seeds, here's the reality. Some of the seeds are going to get flooded out when it rains. They're not going to take root. I'm planting seeds. I'm planting seeds. I'm planting seeds. Some of the seeds, especially in Kansas, are going to get blown away in the wind. They're never even going to hit the soil. I throw them out, 90 mile an hour wind and heat just takes them away. Some of them are going to fall on rock. And when the seeds fall on rock and the sun comes out, the seed dries up, nothing ever happens. That's not me. I planted the same seed everywhere. Some of it just doesn't take root. And I'm planting seeds with every single one of you. You are 90 days away from a life that you can't even dream of, but you've got to start today. Get the coaching, listen to the audios, get in on the broadcasts and the Zooms. Get your butt in the room with the people that are winning. Success breeds success. I had to get my butt in the room. It cost me a lot of money, a lot of money, more than probably your car to get into the room that I was in 2 weeks ago. But once I got in that room, I changed. And in order for things to change, I have to change. Some people say, you're so different. You've just changed. Thank God. I was a bankrupt beautician. I was bitter. I was bitter that I was a daughter of a dad that left. I was bitter that my grandma died when I was 12. I was bitter that I was going through a bankruptcy. I was bitter that I was bouncing checks. I was bitter that the economy was bad and I had the gift shop on Main Street and Bob Dole didn't get president. And here I was with all the stuff that caused me to be in a bankruptcy situation. And you know what, you guys? That very thing that I was bitter about helped me to get better and change thousands of people's lives by being authentic. It's not a bad thing that I went bankrupt. I'm proud of that. That's my story. I didn't stay there. It's not a bad thing that I bounced a check and that Dave got arrested on Brooklyn's first birthday. It's not a bad thing. Who cares? Most of the great people in the world have been arrested. Why would you let what happened in the past determine your future? The authenticity of that made us so relatable. We had more people join our business than anyone else. And we were in the top 3 of a company when we weren't even 30 years old. And these other people had been trying to do it for 30 years and we hadn't even been alive that long. It's not about your age, your demographic, your past, where you live, your upbringing. It has nothing to do with your education. It's the seeds you plant today that you're going to harvest in 90 days. And I believe we're all 90 days away from the best freaking year we've ever had. And I am determined to make that happen. So some of you are in my best coaching page. Some of you are not. You can try it free for a week. It's not going to cost you anything, $1. $1. Do you know what we did this week? We had a lady in there that has over 1 million followers. I just met her in the room that I got in 2 weeks ago. If you couldn't afford 30 grand to go be in that room, can you afford $1 to learn from one person that I met in that room? $1 to learn from one person. And you guys, what she trained this week, I believe my team will make tens of thousands of dollars based on the value that she brought. You got to get in a new room. You got to rub shoulders with new people. I live in a town where there's really nobody I can go to that's going to give me anything more. My mom is probably the closest that I can get to leveling up. And my mom would say, why do you want to do network marketing? Buy more houses. Because all she sees is all the pain. All she sees is all the struggle. All she sees is everything that I've had happen to me that hurts in all of the setbacks. But let me tell you guys, every setback creates the strength and the conditioning you need for the biggest comeback you've ever had. And I'm telling you, mark my words, 90 days from now, some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Some people are going to be like, let's make this happen. And some people are going to say, it's happening. So you decide, do you want to be the rock? Do you want to be the wind? Do you want to be whatever it is that steals the seeds of joy from people? Or do you want to be that fertile soil that you say, I'm going to build a great team. I'm going to make a great echo. I'm just not going to make an echo. I'm going to have a roar. And it starts today. It starts today because it's October, November, December, January. And I'm telling you guys, this harvest can be the best harvest you've ever had, even in a bad economy. The economy and the government does not determine your worth. The value you bring to the universe and the risk that you take, everything else is going to get out of the way and say, move over, make room. Abundance is about to drop. And the universe moves and abundance comes to you when you speak it, you see it, you feel it, you move it, you're grooving it, you're planting it, you're fertilizing it, you're watering it. And likes attract likes. So for me, I have to love some people from a distance. I'm all love. I don't hate anyone. I just have to protect my own energy, my own space. And you guys know this. Energy is everything and everything is energy. But no matter how many seeds you plant, some are not going to take root. Some are going to get eaten by the birds. And if I can say anything to you right now, do not get eaten by the birds. Do not listen to the wrong people. Who are you listening to? What are they doing to you? Is that okay? Sometimes it's your mom. Sometimes it's your dad. Sometimes it's your sister, your brother, your neighbor. It's the news. It's your coach. It's your preacher. It's your teacher. Ask yourself, would I trade checkbooks with this person? And if the answer is no, never listen to their advice. Ask yourself, do I want the marriage that that person has? If the answer is no, don't take their relationship advice. Look at their health and say, would I trade bodies and my health with this person? If you wouldn't, don't take their advice. You got to be careful who rents space in your brain. Raise the rent and kick them out. Because I'm telling you guys, what goes in must come out. And I am so focused on what's up here. I'm so focused on what's right here. I am so focused on the energy and the frequency around me that nothing will stop the next 90 days. With God as my CEO, I'm telling you, you have an audience of one. Only care what he would think or say. Only listen to what he plants in your heart. Only take direction based on what you know to be true, that yes, you, it doesn't matter about your past. You are forgiven. You are a child of the Most High God, and he is about to bless you with abundance. It's going to make your competitors choke, and he is going to pay you back 10 times for anything that you've ever lost. And if he removes people from your life, just know this. He was in the room when you weren't. He knows what they said about you. He was in the room when they were planning and scheming. He's protecting you from what they might do to you. Just surrender. Pray, ask for guidance, surrender, and start planting tons of good seeds. And I'm telling you guys, we're going to step into the best year we've ever had. I'm trying to plan a party right now for the New Year's. I don't even know where it's going to be, but it is going to be nothing but a vortex of amazing energy, high frequency, incredible people, champions, everyone winning, everyone co-creating, and everyone bringing along with them all of the people who are not annoyed by a message like this. And let me tell you guys, some people can't even stand to hear my voice. But if you're one that is like, that's me, I see it, I feel it, I'm going to accept it, it's coming, then let's get ready, you guys, and take action today. Don't wait another day. So I'll see you guys next Saturday on No Guts, No Story. If you want the 90-day plan to action, if you want a 90-day plan to action from October to November to December, all you have to do is drop in the comments, plan of action. And if you put plan of action, I'm going to send you a 90-day plan of action that we're following. If you don't know how to do your dream board, if you don't know how to create a vision board, if you don't know what to do to get from where you're at to where you want to be, you don't have to stay stuck. Just put in the comments, plan of action, and I'll be sending a message right into your inbox, and we are going to take massive and immediate action starting today to create the greatest 2024 you've ever imagined. If you got great value out of this, please share it on your wall, share it with everybody you know, tag people, share it to people, message it to people, save the video so you can rewatch it, and get ready, you guys. We are going to blow the minds of the people who are watching you. And remember, the only one we have to focus on, we have an audience of one. Let's make it happen. Have a great day, everyone. And if you've got great value, do not forget, follow, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.